at these little clusters in between. They should be interstitial cells, the Leydig cells, right? And you go down and you look at one of these seminiferous Leydig cells. Go down and look at the triangles, yeah. Go down and look at the one of these seminiferous tubules, get a little bit closer on it, and you're going to have some zones here from the outside to the end. What you got here is the cells on the outside edge are going to be, especially these ones that are, that are sort of non-distinct. This guy's a little brighter here.
You got real good there for a second.
I know.
Lighter.
Do whatever you did that made it had color.
Well, it doesn't stay that way. Problem.
Do it again, do it again. Are we in Technicolor or in real life?
Well,
Is this
right.
real live?
okay, so these guys out on the edge here should be your spermatogonia. So basically these are your stem cells. These are the dividing cells that are diploid that divide to become primary spermatocytes. And if you look kind of down a little bit further, not very far away, you'll see these cells. It looks like you're actually going to be able to see the chromosomes a little bit. So those, it's a little better on the microscope, obviously, but the cells where you can make out chromosomal material, those should be primary spermatocytes now, and they're actually in meiosis at this point. And then by the time I start shifting in this direction, oh, that's a little better. Anyway, so I start getting this direction. It's really more of a zone thing than it is really like an obvious difference between a primary and a secondary. But as I move towards the luminal space, these cells that look like they are still basically spermatocytes, but are closer to the luminal space are secondaries. So if I'm way over here, I'm into the secondary zone. And if I'm actually up against the, I don't know why it keeps getting better when I'm doing this, but as I get closer to the luminal space, but there's no tails yet, these cells that are right up against the lumen should be basically your spermatids. And then these guys in the middle are your sperm cells, the actual functional, well, semi-functional sperm cells with the tail.
How do you tell the difference between the stem cell and the primary?
So the stem cells are just dark, with they're like an interface. They're interface, so they have no chromosomes showing.
Okay.
The primaries, you're going to start to see chromosomes, and like I say, better on this microscope than on projection. But you can actually make out chromosomes by the time it gets to primary. So it's meiosis. There. And then somewhere down in this direction, you know, like I say, it's pretty hard to distinguish a primary from a secondary, but this zone should be secondaries mostly. And then by the time I get to the center, they start to kind of change their appearance a little bit, and it starts to kind of be a quasi-secondary, quasi-sperm. These are spermatids. They're still more or less rounded cells, but they're losing their spermatocyte appearance. And then now they're getting to be actual real sperm cells and develop the tail.
So outside in we go spermatogonia, primaries, spermatocytes, secondary spermatocytes, spermatids, spermatocytes.
Yeah, exactly.
From out to in.
Yeah, from out to in, exactly.
You're on YouTube.
Yay!
There you go. So now you're famous. All right.
Is there anything you want to say?